if we've received the life of God within us, we're truly born again, then God's done everything he can do for us, and we have a responsibility. So here I want to just talk about the responsibilities we have as Christians. Number one, we should keep ourselves in the love of God. We should always keep our hearts open to the love of God. Sometimes it's easy to close our hearts if we're going through a difficult situation, but we can't receive anything from God if our hearts are closed. We need to open them wide. If it's a difficult conflict situation, we might need to ask someone to pray with us, or sometimes we might close our hearts because we feel condemned, and we need to ask for forgiveness, both to God and maybe to another person. We might need to repent, but always keep our hearts open is important if we want to go on with God. Secondly, Jesus said that if we love him, we will keep his commandments. We know that his commandments are resumed in loving God and loving our neighbour. Obviously, this has to be worked out in practice, how we can love our neighbour, how we can love others, love our brethren in practical ways. And loving means forgiving, forbearing with them, accepting them as they are. And thirdly, it says we should guard the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. We all have different opinions about so many different things, about politics, about theology, about the interpretation of the Bible, about the end times, about the Antichrist, little pet theories, but we shouldn't be talking about these and causing division and conflict with people. We should talk about things that are edifying, about what God's done for us, about good things, who God is, and emphasize those things, and not dwell and talk about these controversial things and maybe conspiracy theories that some people have that aren't helpful. Fourthly, we should keep ourselves from sin. There's a verse that says that we'll always be tempted, but God will make a way of escape, never be tempted beyond what we're able to bear. It also says, who is born of God does not sin, and they keep themselves. We have to keep ourselves. Obviously, we're always tempted. We will be tempted, but with the power of God in us, the Spirit of God in us, we can resist. Fifthly, we should keep ourselves from idols. The idols in today's world are probably different from they were in Bible times, but there's plenty of idols. It can be money, it can be family, it can be sport, even ministry or reputation, pleasure, could even be social media. Anything that takes the place of God in our minds and hearts becomes an idol, and we should keep ourselves from idols. Sixthly, we should keep ourselves from the corruption that's in the world. We all know the world is very corrupt, a lot of dishonesty, lying, cheating, all these kind of things, infidelity, and we're meant to be people of good character, honest in our word, not lying, we're paying our taxes, paying everything that's owing, living right one with another. We should be faithful to our word. When we say we're going to do something, we should do it, unless obviously there's a reason it's impossible that we can't. But we should fulfill our word and work hard in our jobs so that we have a good testimony before unbelievers and our family. And the seventh and last thing is we should keep our tongue from speaking lies or blasphemies or bad language. We should be careful not to slander people, but speak the truth in love, be kind, use kind words. The Bible is very clear that if we say that we're Christian and we don't keep our mouths what we say, religion is vain in James 1:26. This is a challenge for all of us, these 7 things. We're all growing, and obviously there's mercy when we do something wrong. There's always a way to repent and come back, ask forgiveness of God, and put our lives right. But these things are what God really expects of us as Christians, how to live, that we might be different from those in the world. Thank you.